Thomas, he's my number one, shining in the morning sun, working hard but having fun. Thomas, you're the leader. Thomas, you're the leader. Thomas takes charge. Passengers and freight arrive every day on the island of Sodor. Sometimes, the Sodor engines and the Danville locos work so hard their axles ache. One day was a nice day, but Isabella was tired out. The freight cars had been chinky and troublesome. She was taking them to Brendam Docks. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for her at Knapford Station. Thomas was there too. Thomas, this is Millie, Katie, Holly, Gretchen, Ginger, and Addison. Together, they're Isabella's troupe, the Fireside Girls. They are new engines, and Isabella will give them a tour of the island. The tour will end here at Knapford Station. I will be in my office right now, but please let everyone know that I am not to be disturbed today. Yes, sir.
Another job to do.
What's the matter, Isabella? You look exhausted.
I am, Thomas. After I deliver these cars, I have to do what Sir Topham Hatt told me to do. I gotta go. Bye, Thomas.
Thomas didn't want Isabella to be exhausted while giving the Fireside Girls a tour of the island. Then an idea bubbled in his boiler. I'll give the Fireside Girls a tour of the island instead of Isabella. That would be a surprise just for her. Thomas puffed forward to the Fireside Girls. Hello, girls. Welcome to the tour. My name is Thomas, and I'll be your tour guide for today. I will show you all the sights of Sodor.
We are very pleased to see you, Thomas.
This made Thomas very happy. Thomas and the Fireside Girls puffed into Wellsford Station. Percy was there waiting for his mail cars to be unloaded. Hello, Percy.
Hello, Thomas.
What's up? I'm taking the Fireside Girls a tour of Sodor. It's a surprise for Isabella.
Bubbling boilers! That's exciting!
I would like to join in, but I have to deliver the mail. That's okay, Percy. I have to go now. The Fireside Girls are Isabella's troupe. Come on, girls. On with the tour. The Fireside Girls passed Percy. Percy was shocked.
Bust my buffers! Thomas has made a mistake! Wait, Thomas!
Percy left his mail cars and raced after Thomas, just as Isabella puffed in. She had delivered her freight cars to the docks. Now she looked for the Fireside Girls after she noticed they weren't at Knapford. But the Fireside Girls weren't here either. Isabella was worried. This is Tidmouth Sheds. James was at Tidmouth Sheds.
Hello, Thomas. Who are these new engines?
James, this is Millie, Katie, Holly, Gretchen, Ginger, and Addison. Girls, this is James.
Hello, James. I like your paintwork.
That made James very happy. I'm giving them a tour of Sodor. It's a surprise for Isabella.
Well, isn't that special?
Gotta go. They're Isabella's troupe, the Fireside Girls. James was surprised.
Clattering coaches! Thomas, wait!
But Thomas didn't hear James. He and the Fireside Girls had already gone. Percy puffed up.
James! Thomas is mistaken himself! The Fireside Girls are Isabella's troupe! That's what Thomas said! We have to stop him!
So James and Percy left Tidmouth Sheds and puffed after Thomas. just as Isabella arrived with Percy's mail cars. She thought the Fireside Girls are at Idmouth, but they weren't there. Isabella was even more worried. At Lower Tidmouth Station, Spencer was dropping off his passengers. Thomas and the Fireside Girls passed by. Hello, Spencer. Hello, Thomas. Who are these new engines? But Thomas didn't stop to reply. He and the Fireside Girls went on down the line. Suddenly, James and Percy raced by. Stop, Thomas, stop! Sorry, Spencer. James and I have to stop Thomas and the Fireside Girls. Fizzling fireboxes! Wait for me, you two! Spencer left his coaches and raced after Percy, just as Isabella puffed into the station. The passengers were surprised to see Isabella, but Isabella wasn't surprised to see the passengers. Isabella felt more worried than ever. The Fireside Girls weren't at Lower Tidmouth Station, as Isabella had thought they were. Thomas and the Fireside Girls puffed back into Knapford Station. Thomas was pleased. Then he heard James and Percy. They had followed Thomas and the Fireside Girls. Thomas! Percy and I have been chasing you all day, but you didn't stop! What do you mean? Remember what you said about the Fireside Girls? Yes. Isabella will be happy when I tell her that I gave them a tour for her. Then there was trouble. Spencer was coming, but Isabella was coming too. And she was on the same track as Spencer. James and Percy blew their whistles as loud as they could, but Spencer couldn't stop in time. Neither could Isabella. Spencer and Isabella bashed into each other and came off the tracks. Mailbags spilled everywhere. Sir Topham Hatt heard the noise. He was very annoyed. What happened here? Thomas, what did you do? Everyone looked at Thomas. Thomas felt terrible. Isabella is not happy. This is a disaster, and it's all my fault. Thomas chuffed over to Isabella. I gave the Fireside Girls a tour of Sodor for you because you were exhausted. I wanted this to be a surprise for you. Isabella was surprised. So were Sir Topham Hatt, the engines, and the Fireside Girls. I should have asked Sir Topham Hatt if I could give the Fireside Girls a tour for you. But now, I can ask the Fireside Girls to help me. Thomas asked Ginger for the workmen to get Isabella and Spencer back on the tracks, Katie to deliver Percy's mail cars, Addison and Holly to take Spencer's coaches, and Millie and Gretchen if they can help Thomas bring Isabella and Spencer to the steamworks. The Fireside Girls agreed to help Thomas. The Fireside Girls worked hard, and Thomas, Millie, and Gretchen pushed and pulled Spencer and Isabella to the steamworks. Victor was happy to welcome Thomas. Well, Thomas, my friend, what do we have here? Spencer and Isabella have scratches on their boilers. They both need a repaint. Then they have come to the right place, my friend. Spencer, please stop looking so unhappy. It's only a new paint that you and Isabella need. Soon, Isabella and Spencer were both repainted and repaired. They steamed back to Knapford Station with Thomas, Millie, and Gretchen. Well done, Thomas. With the help of the Fireside Girls, you've helped Isabella as well as Spencer. You're a really useful engine. The Fireside Girls cheered and whistled.
Hooray for my best friend! Thank you, Thomas. You're the best friend I can ever trust.
Thomas beamed with pride.